Hey everybody, it's RSC, Life on Two Wheels. Don't get that confused with RSC, Life in High Heels. Alright, so we're going to talk about these. I've had some people ask me about if Rize will add a hub motor to the front or a mid-drive. I don't know for sure, but I'm about 99.9% sure. No. There's always that 0.1. They may. I highly doubt it though. So people ask me what they should do if they wanted to. So the I personally wouldn't do the double hub drive front and back. The reasoning is, first of all, you're using, well, if you had 1,000 watt back and 1,000 watt front, that's, you're going to be running 2,000 watts plus. That's not even peak, so you're probably like, I'm assuming like 1480-ish, almost 1500 maybe, or I don't know, 1420, I think, watt hour or watts, and then your amp hours would be phenomenally huge, like large. It'll be insane. So if you had a dual battery, 52 volt, you could do it, I guess, for a bit, but you're going to start sucking that power back. A couple of reasons I wouldn't do it is, I know there's the Grizzly, Aerial Rider, the Grizzly, and there's a D class, they do that, but they have, I don't know exactly how that system works, but it all runs off one switch, or one trigger, or throttle, or whatever, but you can turn front on, back on, both on, whatever. So I don't know if there's aftermarket stuff for that, but more of my reasons are, if say that back motor's used, that one front one you just added, is it going to be running the same? Is one going to be pulling or one going to be pushing one? So are you going to fight them? Another thing is, when you take the bike and you're going into corner and you're turning that wheel, it's going to want to, you're going to be pushing your front tire, is going to want to be turning and pushing. This will be trying to turn right out, and you might wash out the front because you're going to be working against each other, kind of like a car with like a posi, and they can chirp, especially on asphalt. I could see this being an issue in loose gravel. Frick, it's cold. So the other thing is, I wouldn't do it because you're also, I don't know if the frames are necessarily designed for that another front hub. I did look at those aerial riders and whatnot. So you got to think too, you got an extra 10 pounds at least in the front then with that second hub, that 1,000 watt. So let's say the new blade's like 62 or 64 pounds, I can't remember. So add another 10, that puts you at 72, and then you're gonna have to definitely run a double battery. There's another 10 or 11 or whatever, you know, so you're at like 82. You're probably, by the time you get hardware, everything on, you're probably gonna be around, I'm gonna say 85 to 90 pounds for your bike said and done, because you got to run all the new wiring and crap too. So also, another thing is the forks. Are they going to handle it? The frame, like, there's a lot of pressure that, so when this turns, all that pressure is, can this take it, these forks or whatever? Because this back end, it has like those, the motor stays because it's a squared off shaft or slotted, and then you have that washer piece that goes onto it, like kind of a arm to hold it, or torque arm. So the other reason is I wouldn't do it is, I would look into a hub drive, or not hub drive, sorry, a mid drive if anything. Now I've seen it on the internet, one of these, the OG style with the it's a Cyclone 3000 watt hub, mid drive, and it comes up the front there and it fits. Now it's yeah, Cyclone 3000 watt. That's what it is. They're a crude motor, a crude setup. It's not for beginners like to put on. It's a harder kit, so there could be some issues. I don't know, but this guy was running both the hub, rear hub, and that. Also, the other thing is the new blade has that right here, this bottom bracket area. It's here. It's a big block in there. I don't know if you can put a mid drive on that then. I'm trying to find out, because if you look at any of the, so it fit this normal like that style, but with that new big chunky one, I don't know if there's a motor that actually fits that, because anything I've seen, like bafang and all that, they have like a design and it's kind of rounded, like two arches or whatnot. If you look on some of the other Rize Bikes mid drives, you'll see it, the new stuff. But those are some of the reasons I wouldn't. And also, you're gonna be, when you're riding your bike, you're coasting. So if you're pedaling and freewheeling, you're always going to be fighting, instead of one motor, two motors. And to me, that kind of sucks and be heavy. And then if you do catch some air, it would just be so front heavy. Another reason I wouldn't get it. Want to try this? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Oh shit. Not too bad. Now, I said I wouldn't want that motor for that double setup. Now I would help you out here, but it's just a 1000 or a 500 watt with a 17 amp hour 48 volt battery with 15,000 K. A little froze up my gears, so you can kind of see the hill we did. These bikes are fun, easy to handle. I'm not gonna kill my battery here.